Hello and welcome to another episode of Elijah Unpacks. Today I thought that we should talk about the Pyei, but what is it? The Pyei came about in 2020 as part of the president's intervention to try address the issue of unemployment and the distress that was caused by COVID-19. Remember that businesses were shut down, schools were closed, and a lot of problems happened as a result of that. And there was an urgent need for relief to be brought to all members of the public. So what then happened was that we were asked as the Department of Basic Education to send a proposal on how we could contribute to the unemployment rate in the country, resulting from the crisis brought on us by COVID-19. You remember it was a big crisis. I remember that during COVID-19, no one was allowed to work, no one was allowed to move, except for a few, those that were called essential workers. And only a limited number of people could be seen on the roads. As I said, schools were closed and a lot of people lost their jobs. So the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative came about. It's not just the Department of Basic Education, other departments as well are involved in this particular initiative. So what then happened was that as Basic Education, we were also given the responsibility to run the initiative. And in the first phase, which started in December 2020, 300,000 young people were placed in schools. They were working as education assistants. Some of them worked as general assistants. And this was in preparation for the reopening of schools following the forced closure of schools, which took place in March of 2020. So the first phase of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative commenced in December 2020 and it ended in March 2021, which is last year. And the second phase commenced in December of 2021 and it ended in March of 2022, which is this year. But then what happened was that after the closure of the second phase, we moved straight into the third phase, which commenced in April of 2022. We are currently on the third phase of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative in the basic education sector as we speak. This will come to an end at the end of August 2022. So we are now preparing for the fourth phase, which has a lot of people already asking questions as to whether they qualify or not. But before we get into that, let's talk about the purpose of this particular initiative. It is really to give young people an opportunity to obtain skills, to increase chances of employment in careers that they may wish to pursue in the future. So you are not here to stay, you are here to get training. And there's a whole host of opportunities that you could access by getting involved in the Presidential Youth Initiative. We have what we call EKDAs. We also have reading champions. We also have people that do all sorts of things. And we know also that some of the young people have been able to secure permanent employment and were absorbed in schools where they made an impression. So that's very important. You are not here to fulfill or to tick a box or to just get something to do. We are here to really create an impression. And the purpose is for you to be able to increase your opportunities or to increase your chances of obtaining employment. You are not here to stay, as I said. You get it, training and you move. You make space for others that will need to come to obtain the same skill as you. So we know that in some cases we are told about payment delays and all of these things. All these are challenges of massive projects. This is a big project. I mean, in the first phase we had 300,000 people. In the second phase we had 287,000 people. Right now we're at about 280-something thousand as well. So it's a big project with a large budget. I mean, it's large because no one has 6 billion just sitting somewhere in their pocket. but that money has been set aside for this particular initiative to assist young people. But we wish we could do more. So with such a number of people and that type of money that is involved, it is bound that there could be some challenges here and there. And the challenges come from both sides. We found that some of the young people that were in the project had criminal records, others committed crime, others were just absent without saying why they're not coming to work. And of course, there are administrative issues that the department itself needed to take responsibility for, where people were not paid in time because of the slow movement of money from one layer of government to another. And in some cases, you found that some people were not doing their job. There are situations like that where people just cannot answer why they are not doing what they were supposed to do. And all of those things resulted in some delays in certain sections. So it's important that we acknowledge that there are challenges from both the candidates and there are challenges from both the department itself. But with that said, we are powering ahead to the fourth phase. And the fourth phase has its own requirements. In fact, I have been receiving some inbox and WhatsApp messages with people saying, who qualifies, who does not qualify? Well, the system is now saying if you participated in the first phase, in the second phase, and you are presently in the third phase, or if you participated in any of these phases, you will not qualify to apply for phase 4. If you have ever participated in the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative in the basic education sector, you will not be allowed to apply for phase 4. I was reading my WhatsApp messages just the other day, and someone asked me that same question. Why? Well, it is simply because we have got a lot of young people in South Africa who are seeking the same opportunity that you are in. So it's about time that we make it available to somebody else. So to qualify for the fourth phase, you need to be between the ages of 18 to 34, and you should reside not more than 5 kilometers away from the school. That means between 0 to 5 kilometers in the vicinity of the school, then you can apply. But if it's a farm school, you should not be residing more than 30 kilometers away from that school. We understand the terrain is not the same. That's why there's this particular provision for those that living in and around where farm schools are located. So that's it. The invitations to apply will be coming out very soon. Posters are ready. I've seen them. They will give you a date in terms of when you can start applying. Perhaps what we need to do is to do another video when the application process opens, because we want as many of our young people as possible to apply, and we'll be using the SA Youth Mobi platform to apply, but more about that at a later stage. What I really want to say now is that we have come across some scams recently from some people who are selling these opportunities, and we are saying to you, don't buy an opportunity for employment. Don't buy it, because it is 100% free to apply. There are no application fees that are required. And by the way, there are no data costs that are involved. You just apply using that platform. It's completely zero rated. So no one should ask you for money. No one should ask the youth to be considered to apply to bring money. There is no money that is required to do this. So please note that you are not going to be asked to pay anything. So what you need to do is to prepare. Make sure that your documents are ready, and make sure that you look out for these posters that are going to be asking you to apply on the DBE website, the DBE Facebook page, the DBE Twitter page, the DBE Instagram page, and of course, you can check the social media platforms of the provinces near you. All of them will be issuing out an invitation for you to apply for phase 4 of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative. There's a lot to say about this particular initiative. I don't have all the time, but what we are going to do is to prepare another video where we'll give you all the details we have a step-by-step guide on how to do this. We are going to make it available to you, but it's really been a rewarding experience for those that have been involved in it. We are getting feedback that it has worked for them. It has contributed in them being able to buy certain things that they were not able to buy. The stipend is 4,000 Rand every month for the duration of the initiative. Why we say you must not live too far from the school is because we don't want you to use that money for transport. We want you to walk to school and walk back so that you enjoy the full value of every cent of every Rand that you are getting from this initiative. So it's very important that you understand that. So it's really about that. It's about opportunities. It's about training. It's about giving young people an opportunity to earn an honest income, no matter how small. But at the end of that, you're earning skills that no one can take away from you. So that's it. Let's leave it there for now. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you can enjoy more content that we have from the basic education sector. Some of the things as well that I'm observing, that I'm seeing in the sector. So please share the link, tell others about it, and make sure that we make this information as easily accessible to as many people as possible. Thank you so much and take care. And by the way, thanks for watching. I've been seeing the views that are increasing day by day, which means people are appreciating this. So please, let's keep sharing. Thank you so much and good luck until next time.